Muslim, right? If I had to choose a religion, I would, because I live in an Orthodox Christian country, I go to the Orthodox Christian church. I donate $20,000 a month to the church in the country I live in. The church in Romania is very powerful, and I like having church friends. So I give them a lot of money, right? So I would guess I'm an Orthodox Christian. But if I had to bet on one religion as if I were betting on the stock market for the future, you have to bet on Islam.
Andrew Tate menjadi salah satu orang yang paling disorot di berbagai media Romania dan kemudian dibebaskan bersyarat karena tidak ada bukti kuat Andrew terlibat dalam perdagangan tersebut. Andrew Tate terus memberikan pandangan-pandangannya terhadap peristiwa-peristiwa yang ada hingga saat ini. Bahkan ia juga memberikan pengalamannya setelah memeluk Islam yang membuat banyak orang menjadi merubah pandangannya terhadap Islam terutama di negara barat. Banyak juga anak muda yang mengidolakannya terinfluen atas pengalaman Andrew Tate menjadi seorang mualaf sehingga banyak anak muda di negara barat gencar mempelajari Islam bahkan banyak yang menjadi mualaf.
Tate became the most viral person on the internet. Him and I were speaking when he got out of jail, and you know they're now on house arrest, and we're having a conversation about some of the things that's going on. He evolved from being a guy that was an atheist as a young guy coming up. Okay, then he started seeing what the Christian denomination was doing and what they stood for. Some these are interesting principles. Kind of welcomed it. Then he partially lost respect in the Christian religion, the denomination, that started compromising and saying, yeah, we'll accept this, we'll accept that, we'll accept this. What about this? And then he says the only religion that seems to not break when it comes down to their values is Muslim. And then he went and became a Muslim, and that's what he supports. Now, that may be extreme to you, but the part that when I talk to a lot of the youngins who are following him and following what he's saying, that argument is a good argument to say, if you are going to be a conservative, if you are going to be a Christian, well, your church is starting to say, yeah, it's okay. Pope, it's okay. You can come in as long as you bring money. You can come in. You can come in. Versus the Muslims saying, "Hey, you can't." It's not about the substitute of that, because there's some stats we looked at a couple months ago on a podcast. We had this guy that was talking about how underpopulation is the problem, not overpopulation. How the world can handle it. And then we looked up the numbers on the podcast, and we saw. I'm going to be wrong by a couple percentage points, but pretty close within a couple percentage points. Out of 100 people that are born in the world, 33 were Christians, 31 were Muslims. But out of 100 people that die in the world, 32 were Christians, only 10 were Muslims. Which means the young, Muslims are having more kids, and they're a lot younger, which means by 2035, the world will be led by Muslims, having more Muslims in the world than Christians.
Umat Islam di negara barat sekarang ini berkembang dengan cepat. Hal ini terjadi karena para saudara-saudara kita yang ada di sana memperkenalkan Islam dengan penuh kasih sayang dan kedamaian. Sehingga banyak orang yang memeluk agama Islam termasuk influencer di negara-negara barat yang salah satunya adalah Andrew Tate, dan karena mereka juga perkembangan Islam di negara barat semakin cepat dan mengubah persepsi tentang Islam yang awalnya dicap buruk, menjadi agama yang penuh kasih sayang dan kedamaian.